Yo, hey guys, Bweeks here, back in the video. Gonna be continuing our Here's a Hammerwatch new profile series, extended, whatnot. And the last video we did the Gladiator as a primary build, and we talked about that we would do it as a Cape of the Flamewalker build. We'll give it a try. I don't expect it to really be better, but I can't say I really have tried much Flamewalking Gladiator. So this will be a new experience, a little experiment. Anyway, so we're going to roll the shop for either Staff of Auto Casting or Cape of the Flamewalker, and then probably craft the other one. There might be a case where we craft Amulet of Kings, but based off of the last run, we can probably do without it and just go all in for damage. So anyway, going to roll the shop until we find one of those. Alright, well there's Cape of the Flamewalker. We also have Gladiator's Net, a Boot of Speed, and some other stuff, so I'm going to go ahead and buy that. 15 keys of each should be plenty. Alright, and one thing we have to take care of is changing our controls back, because before we were using the left mouse click to do the net in addition to our primary, but that's not going to work very well with the what was that thing called? Evil Infusion. That's going to make us lose health every time we cast a skill. We're really going to just not want to cast skills. So let's go ahead and craft the Staff of Auto Casting. So we have that. So now I have Cape of the Flamewalker and the staff. That gives us some much needed crit. Go up to NG+4. We're going to be minus 40, minus 27. So now's kind of the time we would like to have that Amulet of Kings, but it is what it is. We're going to try to just go for damage. So anyway, drinks, we need Evil Infusion for the lifesteal, so I was just talking about. And I'm also going to do Phonetic Eruption to get into combo. Wicked Sickness while I'm in combo. I'm going to continue to use Overflowing Physique to get that extra health. Actually, I should have changed this up. But, what would I have changed? I guess I would have dropped the Overflowing Physique for damage, because I want to use Star of the Stinger here. Ideally, dropping Overflowing Physique for like Elemental Bruiser would have been very nice. Or even Double Thriller. The only other way I could do it would be to use Markham's Moonshine. Either way, we're only missing out on 75% damage. Doesn't really affect the skill cost, and the defense will still be pretty nice. One other thing I need to do is change the statues, just to have the Darien statue, because we're going to be burning stuff all the time. So I'm going to get rid of Kyra here, and pick up Darien, so we get the extra 10% damage. I'm going to keep Bolgarth, and I'm going to keep Callus. I'm just keeping Callus because of the block. Actually, I'm going to switch him out for Kyra. That way I can get the arrows on primary, and that's going to scale. That's going to scale with my skill power, the little arrows from Kyra. So it'll be some extra damage. It may not be enough to really matter, but we'll see. And I'm probably just going to leave my chapel the same. It's not going to be optimal, but I don't feel like spending the gold to change it, so I'm just going to keep it like that. I'm also not going to change my attunements, so these items just won't be attuned, or Staff of Auto Casting won't be attuned, the other one isn't. So anyway, my starting is going to be skill crit 35% chance, and I have 3 instances of crit, so we can get up to a triple crit. And I start out with only, the 10 base damage, as you kind of see when I'm standing next to a dummy. It's only going to show crits, but yeah, there's a 47 crit, 47. And I'm not in combo, so that's with my damaged half. Now that I'm in combo, well, I'm out of it again. Anyway, it goes up to like 95 or something. Anyway, let's get started. We'll see how this goes. Defender's Halberd, nice, so when I get hit, I will disarm. The best part is really going to be the sustain, but as I can see, the damage is already kind of lower. I probably should have gone for like a Moonshine variant, but hopefully we can scale the damage some more and do something. Stiletto. Yeah, I'm super tanky with the lifesteal on the cape, but the damage is kind of not as good as the other one right now. But we'll see. I did say in the previous video that it may not be worth doing it at this NG. It's probably worth it from like NG 0 to 2 or 3, but this might be pushing it. But it will be interesting to see if I can maybe use the Gladius or the Pit Fighters a little bit to my advantage, because they will at least scale with the skill power and do some pretty decent damage. Sturdy belt, some extra health. That poison is a little annoying. Also, if I would have taken the other drink and increased my damage by the 75%, that would have been nice. It would be sad to lose out on the health I feel, but it's kind of hard to say without trying it. But I think to do that, I would have instead gone Markham's Moonshine and dropped the Phonetic Eruption and Wicked Sickness and picked up the Elemental Bruiser and Moonshine. Yeah, that poison is super annoying. Slowed forever. I guess the Gladius is doing some okay damage. It is only level 1. I haven't ranked up the skills on this character. So that's another issue with the skills right now. Just their base damage is so low. But it'll be interesting to see how this shakes out as the run goes on. I'm sure it's going to pick up, especially since I'll still benefit from primary items. Alright, let's go Lucky Charm. We need to get in combo basically as soon as possible. I'm gonna go Slippery Cloak, and I really want, kind of want the movement speed, but I think I need the resist, because I was already minus 40, now I'm only minus 30, and that's just a lot. Alright, let's get out of here. Nice crack in the wall over there, so another free item. I think once I get some more crit, it'll feel a little better. It's not bad by any means. It's still like doing very solid damage. I'll just see how many ticks it takes to kind of kill something if I'm not actually attacking it. I mean, that's not awful. Yeah, the more damage I do, the more I'll lifesteal, and it'll be even more impressive in that case. Alright, so I'm gonna activate my minions, the Gladius. Try to get in combo as fast as possible. Nice. Might have been a faster kill than the primary character, but I think a lot of that was Wicked Sickness RNG. Or Phonetic Eruption RNG. I 'Cause 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 ' And I guess I also have lifesteal in my primary. So if I go around just spamming primary for lifesteal and some extra damage, wow, this is also spamming like the ticks from Cape of the Flamewalker, getting like a lot of lifesteal. I'm kind of like a leech tank type character. I could have adjusted the chapel bonus to have a little more spell crit and magic damage, because basically all my damage would be magic damage, at least with the cape. So I could have done the magic penetration to do, you know, just that much more damage, get past the enemy's resist a little bit. And then the third tier of chapel would have been able to give me some more skill crit, because it's my witch hunter isn't very high, so even when I crit, the crit bonus isn't anything too crazy. Alright, what do we have here? I'm going to grab the heavy gauntlets for sure for the HP. I'm also going to grab the Book of Enlightenment just for the XP. And I guess I'm going to take the Monster Pamphlet Beast for the 5% damage. So I just feel like the cape really wants that percent damage. And you can see my damage numbers are looking pretty good. It'll be interesting to see what my crits are like at the end of this one versus the previous video, because I think my last one I was getting like 120,000 crit somehow, which that was probably with like monolith buffs and everything else going on, getting like a pentacrit or something. But hey, it still counts. Is some steady greaves, so they now have the 3-piece journeyments. So next one I get the 10% damage reduction. Very cool. But my dog got stuck. And I have an imp. I can barely see him, but there he is. XP gain. I do feel like I'm just like chewing through these enemies. It's kind of nice. Feels maybe slightly less safe than the primary version, because the primary version you're using the net constantly, and that's just making everything disarmed. So a lot of stuff just isn't even hitting you, and then you're blocking a good bit of that. But hey, the Bernie's cool too. Just like a fun, kind of different way to play. Are we getting combo? Right, we did get in combo. Trying to keep Gladius up on him, because it should do some decent damage. And we got an ace key. Interesting. Ace key off the second boss, huh? I think if I got a ring of conflagration, it'd feel pretty nice, because it would at least once one thing kind of dies, it would have a pretty high chance of exploding, killing some other things. Shock room? Alright, that's not what I was looking for. Not shock room. I think also having the skill ranks would we'd see a vast difference. So if you want to try this for yourself, I would say get the skill ranks in Gladius and the Pit Fighters. I just haven't done that yet. Lucky horseshoe. Alright, we almost have all the luck items. We're just missing the lucky hat. Ooh, Magic Forge. We can hopefully find a way to upgrade my damage a little bit. So I think if I grab... grabbing Robe of the Archmagi, it's already attuned, so it'd be the plus 20 magic resist. It's probably like the safest route for damage. I can go like Staff of the Unstable Casting or Wand of Spell Piercing. I think I'm going to try to just scale up the damage, so I'm going to go Wand of Spell Piercing here. Ignore some of the enemy's resist. None of them are dropping items. Lesser Sphere time is pretty decent. The longer I can stay in combo, the more damage I can do. So when I'm outside of combo, my damage is halved. Takes a pretty big hit. Alright, so that should be everything on this floor. I don't see the shop yet. Or did I already buy? Must not have bought yet. Making sure to fight all these elites. I have Defender's Halberd, so I know once they hit me, they get disarmed. So I'm not as worried about them. They can still like whirlwind on top of me once they get their weapon back, and that's kind of a problem, but I was watching out for it basically. Definitely feels like I can use my skills more than I am, because they actually do pretty decent damage, it seems. I mean, as long as I'm like firing into something, I'm gonna get my health back. Wizard's Wand, okay, extra damage on my primary, so scaling primary and magic it seems. But mostly the skill power stuff. Another imp. Where could he have been? Oh, there he is. Got some more experience. So we're up to 37, almost 38. So I don't really have to worry about like killing everything at all. Assassin's Dagger, okay. Primary's getting a little extra juice. Let's see what we get in here. We get Penitent Penance, it doesn't really do much. We can get the Mage Robe for the 5 resist, or we can get the Glowing Staff that'll scale both. I want the Glowing Staff for sure. I think I'll take the Pendant and probably the Keyring just to get an uncommon item out of the pool. Hopefully find some trickster items a little later. And I'm just fighting these guys to hopefully get some items. Silver key, not really the item I want. I tried to pick it up, but I sidestepped it. Alright, I can just get out of here. Let's go fight the boss, see how bad that is. That's my biggest concern right now, is how the boss fights are going to be. Especially a boss like this. This boss is a little scarier than some of the other ones. Like on the primary build, I was like one-shotting these guys. It's like, does that guy want to land? So I can kill him? I guess not. Oh. Let's use a potion. There was quite a delay on that potion, but we used it. So I was standing too close and got overlapped by basically everything. That's not good. Alright, but we survived. If we didn't have overflowing physique, we would have died. But maybe we would have killed him faster, and we wouldn't be in that position anyway, so hard to say what's better. And I mean, that was just a misplay, honestly. Like, should never be eating that whole AoE blast like that. So I don't think it's anything with my build, it's me playing bad there. Either way, let's stay focused and accept that we had a near-death experience and move on. Hopefully we can prevent some future ones by just playing better as I'm dying. Alright, Whisper scary. Especially with minus 25 resist. Ooh, Dragon Scale Mail. Alright. This is now our run to lose, it seems. Alright, one portal left. See if we get any more items. Nice, another gold chest, but we got the green item instead of like a blue. Little unfortunate. Still an extra item, but you really want those rares. Anything over here? We do have a button, and that opens a deposit. Don't care about that. God, that was scary. Alright. Got kind of pincered in there. Trying to use my minions to hopefully body block some of the shots so I don't have to eat all of them. Alright, we have found the exit. See a portal over here. Jump through that and also look out for a shop. Duke's Signet Ring. Alright, Duke's Signet Ring, cool. So we just need to check up north west and see if we have anything else. Any more buttons, any secrets. There's another portal. And another portal. Anything up top? Nothing up there. Anything on this far side? I see something over there, but couldn't tell exactly what it was. Okay. Back over here anyway. And we have a button. So that was our shop. I've been talking about the shops being behind the buttons for a while. And it's been a while, I haven't seen one, but that was definitely one. So I'm glad I didn't progress to the next floor, expecting the shop on the next floor, and then be real sad. Alright, so we got some skills. What's it called? Skill speed? Yeah, skill speed. Basically cooldown reduction with a fancy name, weird name, whatever name. Ooh, all these are terrible for my current build. I mean, I'm gonna take the Frostbrand to take that item out of the pool, so hopefully I can get something better later. I guess this is a case where I'm gonna take Apothecary's Flask, and I'll take the Lesser Sphere of Mana so I do even more damage while I'm in combo. Could also opt for the Greater Ring of Rejuve, but since I actually used a potion earlier, I figured maybe this is a run where I want an extra potion, even though I probably won't use them all. But it'll be nice to have in case I need it. Pickaxe, not an item I was worried about. Ooh, monolith on the 3rd floor. Protective powers, nice. So protective powers and dragon scale mail means we're looking pretty tanky until that falls off. So I want to at least get the Watcher fight done, maybe the 1st floor of the next act as well, if I can swing it. Gonna have to move in pretty quickly to do that. We've only found 2 books. So I'd like to find a 3rd, but I'm not really sure where they're hiding. Another apothecary item. And we can always just RNG it. Take the 50-50. It might be this room over here. Well, it's a portal at least. Scarab of Protection, nice. Anything else? Don't see any more portals or anything, so we can just get out of here. We don't actually have the exit, so we gotta find that first. Probably is this one. Yeah, alright, let's go to the exit. We'll just 50-50 the Watcher and see what happens. Alright, let's try green. Oh, I'm poisoned, I'm so slow. I guess it doesn't really matter. I just need to stay in this one little spot. Alright, that was not it. We lost the 50-50. Oh well. So it was yellow all along. Green is going to be number 4. Oh, I also picked up Magebane somewhere. I thought it was Shieldbreaker, but I guess it was Magebane. So that's a way for us to do a little more damage. My Gladiuses did not do good. Like, they shot way over there. They did not do work. I guess I shot him too soon before he landed, so they didn't actually, like, stop. They just kept going until the end of their range. Yeah, I guess he wasn't fully down yet. And I'm not using the pit fighters because it'll cause the boss to sometimes machine gun. And that'll probably insta-give my character, so... Not doing that, taking it a little slower. They're low rank anyway, so they're not going to do a ton of damage. Alright, wait for him to fully land. That should be good. There we go. Alright, nice. We got a Talisman of Decay, so an extra 20% damage for my Cape of the Flamewalker and everything. It's basically always going to be close to enemies. We're also level 38 and like 3/4, so we're really not in need of too much XP. Lucky hat, nice. So now we can get some crits almost all the time, most likely. We're at 35% chance to crit for our skills. Alright, we got an imp. I'm gonna go ahead and do this real quick though. Sword of Kings, alright. What up, imp? Gave me an item, River the Archmagi. I was talking about that earlier. So now I actually have higher magic resist than armor. So that's cool. I don't think I'm too worried about killing all of the mini bosses in this case. I do want extra items, but they're pretty deadly in this case with all the other enemies. I think I'm still killing like half of them, it seems. Alright, we got one level. Talk about how I don't really care to kill them all, and then I start killing all of them. But in like rooms like that where there's so many mages, it's very scary. Ring of Rejuvenation. Maybe I should have taken that before, but I may have just found the other one instead. And we have the Magic Furnace, so I can pick up another item that can hopefully help out my character. Could go for like some tankiness stuff with the Amulet of Kings, but I think I just want to go with more damage for my actual Cape of the Flamewalker. So I'll probably pick up Seal of Souls to try to do the 50% more damage while my health is low. That seems good with me. I'll just go with that. I want to just keep scaling up my damage that way. I don't think I really need the defenses in this case. I could like, I don't know. I could make a play mistake and like die because I don't have as much defense as I normally would, but I'm gonna try not to have that happen. Anyway, this is like my 6th or 7th sphere, isn't it? Yeah, we're at 6. So might be buying some spheres from the next shop just in case they get offered, because it'd be cool to have 10 at one point. Nice, a secret. Essence Collector, alright, more damage to undead. Nothing really up there. I might be able to keep... No, I can't give this monolith buff for the vampire boss. It's a little too much. We do have a shop on this floor, so I probably have enough gold. And in case I don't, there's plenty I can come back and pick up. I'm also getting a combo very quickly now. That's what we like to see. Markham Stone. That might be my first piece of Markham's. Alright, let's see if I need to go pick up some more money. Maybe. I think I'm gonna go Wrath of Thunder God, so I can actually do some return damage. Sounds cool to me. Could go with Judgment, get the extra damage to Undead. Doesn't really help though. I can get some skill power and drop a bomb when I evade, dealing hybrid damage. Sure. I might just take Judgment just to get the rare out of it. I don't think I care about the 50 damage and immune to slippery surfaces. It doesn't really help outside the Moon Temple. The 50 damage, I am just like running at enemies, so I will be doing the 50 damage and scales with crit and all that stuff. But Judgment just seems better. Takes a rare item out of the pool, so maybe I can get a better rare item later. And if my cape does no damage against Thunder Snow, I can eventually just kill him with Judgment. Alright, we leveled up, so now we're 40. I don't have to go around killing everything. See, he dropped an ace key. Get some vigorous regeneration. Kill that guy, see if there's anything down here. Nope. Okay, there's the ace key. It's hidden behind the wall. Can't tell what side the chest is on. Alright, it's on this side. Crown of Kings. Nice. So that makes me slightly regret not doing a King's item at the last forge, but since Cape of the Flamewalker doesn't scale with skill speed, doesn't really do as much as you would think for this build. But I mean, it still helped my attacks. I guess I could have gone fast enough to use some of this monolith buff. But whatever. Probably don't really need it. And we got another imp. Give me another item, spreading corruption. Cool. So that'll definitely help with some damage. So yeah, now we're getting to the point where we're just one-shotting stuff. It's kind of hard to tell what is the actual cape and what is just my primary. But I would assume this is just like more of a hybrid situation right now. Oh, that's cool, the little guys blocked everything for me. So definitely didn't kill bosses nearly as fast as the primary character, but I guess that's kind of to be expected. This build was originally designed so you can just kind of walk through the game. And you can still kind of do that, just not as much at the Sinji without like crazy statues. It's very good at the low NGs though. Makes getting to this point way faster. It's just unfortunate you can't really scale Cape of the Flamewalker with like the Wilmer or Cedric statue very well. Like you can for skills that actually have a mana cost. Since it's an item, it's really hard to scale up. You just need a bunch of percent damage. And even then, it's like your starting base is only 10. So even if you have like, you know, thousands of percent damage, you're only getting 1,000 times that 10. And it's not like you can get 1,000% damage. Or maybe you can. It's just you're not gonna get near as much damage as if you have something that starts out at like 100 damage. Which I mean, Bolgarth starts out at 100, so it's probably doing a ton of this damage here. Every time it pops, it's probably huge. It's just kind of hard to isolate what is doing what. And if I leveled up my Darien statue, instead of them taking 10% increased damage, they would be taking like maybe 100 if I got it up to level 20. Ooh, 2 silver chests. Claymore and Staff Unstable Casting. Nice, more crit, so now up to 38, which is the max you can get without attunements. And then I also have the 19 luck right now, because I have the monolith buff. And some of the luck items are attuned, I believe. Protective powers, nice. Well, we'll have that for Thunder Snow. Spirit Cloak. We're getting some pretty good items to be like a weird build. A lot of defensive items. The Dragon Scale Mail, Spirit Cloak. Fancy Plume. Okay. Touche game. Now we have the Apothecary set, so that's cool. See, we've refilled my potion charge. I guess I already had the set before. Yeah, now I have 5 pieces of the 4-piece set bonus. Neat. We can see my Kyra arrows are doing some decent damage. I can kind of shoot things from afar. It's not like the most amazing damage, but you can see, like, I can kill things like this. And the cape is doing surprising work if I just stand here. Also the Comba Nova. That was pretty good damage. Everything is just kind of scaled. So everything is probably like a smaller amount of damage in the primary, but everything is scaling together. So I am also now immune to being pushed back. So it's pretty helpful against this fight. So yeah. By getting combo, we can kind of see how the damage is looking. It's a lot of numbers going out. He's like not turning his head. What's going on here? There it is. That was really weird. He usually does this where he shoots the ice spear back and forth, back and forth. He was just kind of had his head stuck for whatever reason. And he died. So let's see what the crits look like. I assume they're lower, but we'll see. I also don't have things attuned, so I don't have the opportunity to get like penta or 6x crits. So anyway, damage dealt 26 million. I think in the last one it was like 35 million. Anyway, physical damage dealt 5 mil, magic damage dealt 20 mil, max damage dealt is 34,000. Last I did the 115, so yeah, my crits aren't getting nearly as high. It did take a lot less damage, which I didn't get stomped. I think that was what I took the most damage from last time. So I'd say all in all, this build is still viable. It's still pretty fast too. It's just I think the primary is just better in this case, but I also wasn't fully optimized. I'm not leveling up statues. I didn't change my chalice. I probably would have switched out Overflowing Physique for Elemental Bruiser. I would have attuned the items, so there's definitely some stuff you can play around with if you want to scale up the damage more. I forgot exactly how high I went with the Paladin, but I think it was like NG8. I might have tried to get an NG10, but yeah, Cape Flamewalker is viable. It is going to fall off at some point, but it is very fun up until that point. So we have 50 stars to attune things. I think we left off with some of these items down here. I'm going to continue to attune for the primary build and mostly looking at defensive items first. So we did get some defensive items last time. I should have enough stars where I can just pick up like a lot of defensive items. So I'm going to go with doubling the health from that. I'm going to go with the armor and health from this. I'm going to pick up... I don't know if I want the +2 armor quite yet. That's not really that much. I'll take the extra 15 health here. We already got the 7 there. I'll take the 5 armor here. And that's all the defensive items in the common category. See if anything sticks out in this category. Seal Soul is a lot of damage. The evasion sticks out a lot. That's just super good. Lucky Horseshoe, more luck. Full plate mail, more armor. Might go for Curious Case, just to get the more armor and resist, but I want to check real quick because we only have 1 attunement left. Or I could go for just the effective health. I'm going to go with Curios. It's basically a lot of effective health too. That leaves us 2 stars, which we can't do anything with. And yeah, that's going to be the Gladiator run for NG+4. Now we're at NG+5. And yeah, new level cap at 45. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed. If there's a certain class you want to see next, just let me know. I'm not sure what I'm playing at this point, but I will definitely take suggestions and play that very soon after. Anyway, hope everyone enjoyed. Like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.